The Prabhupada Connection. Causeless Mercy, 170, Bengali Suite. By Tamoharadasa. Sometimes devotees say that HDG 180. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada should never be thought of as influenced by anything of this world, including birthplace, nationality, etc. For enjoyment's sake, I would like to briefly state that describing Srila Prabhupada within the context of his pastimes, for example, as being a modern Calcutta-raised and well-educated Vaisnava, is quite different from saying that he was materially controlled by any of these circumstances. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Bengal. He wore the clothes of a Bengali Brahmana. He enjoyed nice Bengali-style sweets, studied Bengali language. He excelled at a Bengali school, and took his studies seriously. Indeed, do we say Bengali scholar Mahaprabhu? Of course not. It would be offensive if meant to limit him. Yet within his pastimes, this observation is fully correct. Do we serve Mahaprabhu Ukrainian-style vegetarian food, nice as it may be? We do not. Primarily he eats like a Bengali. Does this make him a Bengali? By dint of the fact that his pastime glorifies so many things Bengali, yes. Bengaliness decorates the form of Mahaprabhu, not that he is necessarily limited by the context. He is not a Bengali, being Godhead, yet in another sense, he very much is, as it is both his body and his pastime. For example, he used to enjoy joking with his associates such as Mukunda and Jagadananda about the amusing odd accents of persons from the other, eastern side of Bengal. So his pastimes take these nuances into account, in fact require them. Similarly, our Srila Prabhupada loved Bengal, coming from an historic lineage of Bengali Vaisnava Brahmanas and pure devotees of Gopala and Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Sri Radhakrishna. His family line was historically aristocratic, respected, influential, and well-to-do among the Vaisnavas of Bengal. He spoke sophisticatedly, as a well-educated big city lad, and knew well how to approach scientists, religionists of all faiths, and the various cults and Hindu sects, etc. He loved sometimes hot salty pakoras, a very Bengali food, as well as rice and kapatis. He was a Gandhian in early years, and his farm and cultural policies reflect this approach to life. I try to purchase only khadi cloth to this day, in remembrance of his attitudes and in support of the principles of self-dependence. Definitely, he was a Bengali. Yet truly, he was not a Bengali, but an eternally liberated servant of Godhead. Both are correct, but when speaking of his manifest pastimes, we can definitely say he carries the aura and attitudes of his frankly blessed countrymen, like a bracelet around the arm, decorating, but not containing him. Denying this aspect of his humanness serves no real purpose, and can even be somewhat offensive. In this sense, his is like the Jesus depicted by the Christian mystics, God and yet also man, the Son of Man. Having a cultural context appropriate for Srila Prabhupada's purposes of appearance does not make him a conditioned soul or an ordinary material man. Every Bodhis got it to be someplace, was my father's joke to me as a boy. This applies here, as the eternal being, Srila Prabhupada, appeared within this worldly rasic context, hence we worship and relish the particular appearance's fragrance, not think like impersonalists and say there is no influence, artificially. We may focus on the aspects of Srila Prabhupada most dear to our individual hearts and understandings. There is no contradiction, unless we impose our own limits, within our minds, upon him, and thus alter or imagine his mood, as opposed to accepting his instructions, example, and inner inspiration as our eternal guide, leader, and well-wisher, as they are, even within the context of being externally a scholarly world-wise Bengali Vaisnava gentleman. Tamoharadasa.